Hello everyone, welcome to Bulamatari's Paint Club. I am Bulamatari. This over here is the wonderful Badger.
The Badger?
Yes. Sorry we're a teeny weeny bit late. It should be fine. Do let me know if the music's too loud. It should be fine because I can hear Badger through here. So, yeah. We've currently got Doom on, the Doom soundtrack. So, what are you painting today, Mr. Badger?
Today I will be painting what is essentially a big old crossbow and its crew.
Nice.
For the Stormcast Eternals, so that will eventually take shape.
Nice. I'm going to be painting a plasma gun fella. Who is sort of, I'm going to have to paint yellow. Right, so I'm just going to see if I can get the light at the best angle.
The paint in yellow fella?
Yeah. Nice. So, yeah, so how are you, Mr. Badger? I've just seen you do a stream with Mr. Richard.
Pretty good, actually. Just infuriated and frustrated by that because of the amount of times I was dying horribly in a fire.
I mean, it's Doom. By the way, anyone who is not currently following both Firepower Badger and War Rich, do check them out. They are a bunch of dudes, and they are cool. They were just been playing Doom, the original, well, the ultimate version or whatever it is. But yeah,
So it's essentially the deluxe edition of the original Doom.
yeah, and you somehow managed to get it working, sort of local co-op over the internet.
It's the remote play function on Steam.
Yeah, not tried that yet. And as I said while I was watching, I wonder if Kill Team would work with it.
Thing is, Kill Team is only a 2-player, regardless.
Is it definitely only 2-player?
Yep, sadly.
Oh man.
I know it would suit very, very well for a full 4-player setup, but it was always a 2-player, even on the consoles.
Yeah. I mean, I get that it wasn't a huge game, but I enjoyed the hell out of it, you know.
It was essentially a nice little run-up before they released Space Marine.
Yeah, and in fact you got Space Marine goodies from completing the game, didn't you?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, you unlocked the Power Sword if you completed the game. And it was good. I really enjoyed it, and me and my mate Mark did it co-op locally, and it was an absolutely fantastic time. Hello, Snooglyfan! I've got a small and a medium dry brush, apparently. So there you go. Thank you so much for picking that up for me, Phil. I'll pass... do you mind if I wait until payday to pay? Because I've got very little at the moment. But I'll pass you some pennies on payday.
Pass you all the pennies on payday.
Oh man! Oh, thank you, dude. You're too kind, sir.
Which is ultimatum day.
His ultimatum. Yeah, I now must use
get
them.
good with it.
I must get good, as they say.
With the painting and the publishing.
Anyway, how are you, sir? Hope you're well. We're just Badger's painting a siege weapon. Oops. My
Yes.
to unconnect. And I am painting a Space Marine. Right, so I'm going to move my camera down here so you guys just see what I'm doing. Rather rude of me, just painting away without you being able to see. Or dare I?
Awesome stuff to get those squibs done.
Yeah. This time I've got a plasma gun, which means I get to try my hand at plasma work. Oh, he's doing good. Oh, he's going to paint some squigs along with us, guys. Nice. We've got some pictures of the squigs that he has already done. They are looking great. Very colourful. I like it. You've got evil sons again, haven't you? With the beast men. Beast masters or whatever they're called.
Beast Snaggers.
Beast Snagga, there you go. Sorry, I've been playing too much Vermintide this last week or so. Anyway, Mr. Badger, your week, how has it been?
Rather curiously strange, as it's been very, very quiet for the most part. Though it has also been very, very expensive.
Ooh, expensive? How?
I had to fix my car.
Oh shit! Yeah, I heard about this. What was actually up with it?
The front brake caliper.
Sorry about that. I've got the music on a bit too loud. Let's knock that down to 10%. There you go. That should be better.
The front brake caliper and one of the shocks, the like shock absorbers on the front, had essentially massive cracks in them and seized up.
Oh shit.
So yeah, that was an expensive day, as I was originally quoted for only half of the work.
Oh no.
So
that was yeah. What's
I
gonna
ended
suck?
up spending £420 on my noble steed, but as long as it runs and keeps running, that's all I need for now.
Yeah, I mean, there's got to be some point where you've got to think, is it worth that much money, the car on its own?
Well, the car itself was like £1,500.
Aye.
And I would rather keep it running until somebody says, like my old Corolla, that it's beyond repair.
Yeah. I mean, my missus recently wrote her car off. That was expensive. But she's got a nice car now, so that's fine. Oh dear. So you've gone gold for your undercoat?
Yes.
That's an interesting choice.
Well, for the most part, the armour on these guys is gold itself.
Okay.
And since they were all stuck together,
yeah,
being gold spray paint will save me a lot of hassle when it comes to painting the delicate components.
makes sense. It's a nice trick to cut down on the 9 hours painting. Right.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Thank you so much to the Beer Jesus for the follow. For the host even. It's a host. Haha. Also, yeah, I do need to move my alert box up a level because it's currently hidden behind the Discord thing. So where's, not the Discord, the Winamp thing. Let's move that down slightly. There you go, that should work better. Boom, there you are.
Excellent.
Hello, Beer Jesus, how are you today, sir? Thank you for the host. We're just painting some Warhammer and chilling, really. Bit of metal music on in the background. It's all video game soundtrack related. How's your Monday been? Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, mate.
Very good.
Yeah, I'm currently painting an Imperial Fist that that was going to be a Ultramarine. So I undercoated it in black, and I'm regretting that decision. Oh, you're making a set list for tomorrow. Nice. What is it that you're doing? Are you a set list sounds like EJ on some description? Or Thank you. Thank you so much, Bit Jesus. Lovely. Thanks for the follow. Thank you, Chev, for that. A lovely bit of you DJ, radio host, mostly metal music. Nice. Well, if you one of our members of this paint club is in a metal band himself, and he played Bloodstock a few years ago now. Cranial Separation is the band name, so if you want to check out a Welsh metal band and see if they meet your
criteria.
Yeah, your criteria, go for it. They're on Spotify. He says he might join us later on, actually, doesn't he, Chin? So he may well do. As a cooldown timer, Chev. He's trying to do all of me commands. She's cussing in the background there.
You gotta pick and choose your times there, Chef.
Yeah.
Strike when it's least expected.
When it's least expected. The first one had good impact. I'll give her that one. That was good. Alright. I've got another beaky boy. I really like these beaky helmets. I don't know what it is about them. I just really... I sort of prefer them to the sort of Vader-esque mouthpieces.
The old school helmet pieces.
Yeah. Beaky boys are better, in my opinion.
In your best humble opinion. Sounds like you're more of a son of Corvus than you are a son of Dawn.
Okay, come on. Why is this not painting properly?
Are you actually using the Avalon Sunset instead of the
Yes,
yellow?
I've learned from last week's mistake. I'm definitely on Avalon Sunset. That was a... That mistake meant I only got one model painted last week.
Like, why is this guy taking so long to paint?
Yeah, how many bloody coats does this one take? And then I look at the paint pot and I'm like, oh, come on! I was trying to paint with Uriel yellow, which takes 1,000,001 coats if you're doing it on a dark colour. Oh man.
At least it turned out okay.
Yeah. He certainly did.
Oh, my spine.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, it's because I've probably been leaning forward so tense playing bloody Doom.
Playing Doom. Oh man.
Kind of knackered me bloody knackered.
Yellow over black needs like 5. It's not so bad with the Avalon Sunset, to be honest. I can get away with 2 or 3 coats. But I just basically keep painting until I'm happy with it. So I don't really count so much, I guess. So it could well be 5, but I get the feeling it's probably more like 2 or 3. Yeah, base paint is not too bad. Man, you should have bloody seen the... my back room had like navy blue paint on the walls. And I repainted it magnolia. And oh my god. The amount of coats that needed was ridiculous. That must have been about 5 coats. And on a wall, that's a pain in the ass, that.
You gotta let it dry, then paint the next layer, then let that dry, then paint the next layer.
Pretty much. Right, this paint's starting to dry out a bit. To clean the brush. White over black needs about 6, man. Okay. Do you know what? This is the point where we usually do the fucking news, but honestly, I haven't looked at the news at all this week. It's been bliss.
Ignorant bliss. You probably would have just infuriated the shit out of him anyway.
Yeah.
But
Probably.
then again, there is one thing that has been all this like past couple of weeks.
Oh, go on.
Good old Olympic Games.
Oh yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? Have we won anything? I haven't been checking.
We had, at the final tally, I think it was 22 gold medals, 21 silver and 22 bronze, I think. So we came out of it pretty good.
Yeah, that's not too bad. Apparently, I did see some news saying it was the hottest Olympic Games ever, and people were like seriously unwell during it.
Yeah, especially during the long distance events. They had to essentially do the long distance events super early in the morning.
I mean,
So before the heat even got done.
this is just going to get worse and worse with global warming. But I'm the sport that I actually give a shit about, the football. I'm worried about the Qatar World Cup. What the hell's going to happen there? In the middle of a fucking desert.
Everybody's wondering about the Qatar World Cup.
Yeah, I know that there's
for climate reasons.
Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, the corruption and the human rights abuses that is being committed over there. But yeah, just if we just stay on the sport side of things, it's going to be a nightmare. They've moved it also to the winter, so it's completely cocked all of the the football league schedules up because they're having to basically
essentially the Premier League and all that run through the winter season into the summer.
So I think they're probably going to have to either have a really, really long break or start the next season like as soon as the last one's finished, giving no teams any breaks. Don't know how it's going to affect the transfer market and all that, but obviously this isn't the place to have this discussion because Warhammer and football, they don't tend to collide that often. So I'm probably talking into a brick wall. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on the issue of sport during the hot. Sport during the hot. That is my highly linguistic take on the issue.
Totally how it's supposed to be.
My England is beyond approach.
Could you say that it is a hot take, Dave?
Ooh, shit! I didn't even think of that.
Ha.
You are a canny dude, sir. A canny lad. I'm not using that correctly. I do realise that I've just called you attractive, which obviously you are, but not to me.
Being canny is just being nice and pleasant.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So I may have been using it correctly. Potentially. See, for me, canny means clever. Like, he's smart, him.
He's canny smart.
Alright. Suppose I should have a little look at the old news, shouldn't I? See what's going on.
Infuriation.
Okay, apparently there's a climate report come up, so carry on.
It might have something to do with the fact that Greece is on fire.
Yeah. Is Greece on fire? Apparently so.
It is very much on fire.
Yeah. A lot of places are on fire at the moment. I think Australia's been on fire for about for a few months now. Well, I think it's like almost a year actually. But yeah, it's not getting any better. But yeah, there's A report here on the Bulamatari. It says that the climate report that's just been released is a code red for humanity. So that's not worrying in any way.
Not at all.
Yeah.
In fact, to some people that might actually be rather pleasing.
Well, yeah, the fact that it's actually getting coverage is quite, quite encouraging, but the decision makers don't care. In fact, I saw a report from, I think it was Bloomberg, saying that the demand for coal is going up, not down, despite its obvious harmful effects to the climate. So, yeah, that's a thing.
Well, we could have started fixing this a lot earlier.
We could have, but we didn't, because it wasn't profitable to do so.
It's not going to be profitable to do so for a long time.
Well, yeah. But yeah, those with the power don't want anything to change because they would probably lose power.
Well, when everything runs out, they're going to lose power.
Yeah.
Hooray.
So, back to Warhammer. How are you getting on, sir?
I am taking surprisingly a lot longer to get this done than I thought I was going to get it done.
What are you painting on it?
I've just put the black on it first.
Okay.
I'm just with one layer on it.
Yeah, I've got most of the first coat of the Avalon Dog, which is sort of okay. It's having a little bit of coverage there. Let me get the camera controls up and I'll give you a little idea. Oh, there we go. Forgot my camera was over here.
Yeah, that's going on pretty nice.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, obviously that's going to need another coat, but it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I talk with my mouth full a lot on this stream. So I've got my paintbrush in my mouth. How are you getting on, Snoo, with your boys? They coming together nicely? Are you going to be painting your squigs all the same colour, by the way? Or are you going to go with the Skittle idea you had?
Touch the rainbow.
Touch the rainbow.
Well, that's something that I could actually mention.
Oh, go on then.
I have recently started reading an Ork-based book
Oh, really?
called Brutal Cunning.
Brutal Cunning.
Yes,
Okay.
and it's mostly about an Orc's invasion onto a Forge world,
Nice.
and the main antagonists are freebooters.
Oh, Skittle ideas are well underway, apparently. Happy days. Got an orange one, a yellow one, a blue one, and the knob is bright pink. Woo! The knob's on a bright pink squig.
Big skull crusher.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Sorry, that was very rude of me. We were talking about a book.
It's fine, we're still working on our reports. You're answering your people.
Yes.
Yes, the book itself is essentially freebooter orc pirates attacking a Forge world, and the main part of it is that they're two clans essentially, because there's like the proper freebooters with Captain Badrock
Yeah.
and a big mech boss, not Evil Sons, Bad Moon mech boss. And they arrive just to loot the place, but they don't want to fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
until, or like they don't want to waste the opportunity to fight the humans by fighting each other.
Yeah.
So they essentially, both war bosses, Captain Badrock and the war boss in charge of the other war, make a deal
Alright.
to they have a contest to see who can loot the shiniest shit
Nice.
as fast as they can. And Badrock's already been on the planet for like a good couple of weeks, so he's got a head start. And this other one's like, all right, just go down there, do this, all this stuff. You know what? We're not supposed to shoot each other, but don't worry if there's any accidents.
Is it written?
just
Is it written in Ork language, in Ork speak?
it's like what with the thought processes, it's fine. But most of like the conversation and that is written in like an orky way.
What are you talking about? You know.
Let's just say right at the beginning of the book itself, it has two separate sort of like lines and verses. One of them is a prayer from the Mechanicus, translated from binary.
Yeah.
And it is pretty much like, we will not waver, we will not, retreat, we will do the ominous eye of blessings and all that stuff. And then the Orc song was, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Puts you into mind of just how good the Orcs are.
Yeah. Basically, football hooligans. Space football hooligans.
Space hooligans.
Yeah. Speaking of hooligans, I've been trying to get hold of a copy of the soundtrack of Hooligan Storm Over Europe for this playlist, and I have been struggling. I'm actually going to have to go to Mimi and Dad's house and find the disc and then shove it into my laptop, because it's got a disc drive, and rip the music from that, because it's so good. It's just the most boss, just I don't even. There's just the most boss metal riffs going on there. It's so good, and it would fit in really well with this playlist I've got going on.
Nice. For the time being, I might as well start actually painting the dudes.
Yeah.
Because I got that crew to paint. And it's going to be really, really weird. Because they've got like, instead of the other ones, which are just straight up cloth.
Yeah.
I would say capes, but more like battle dresses, essentially, all the loincloths with the flappy back bits.
Flappy.
I don't know the true name of them, but with these ones, they've got like a padded version.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna have to work around it in a different way.
I'm just trying to think. Did you mean the Roman style sort of leather skirt things?
No. If I bring one of these majors up to the top first, the cloth around the waist.
Oh god, that's very, very pixely.
The
yeah, I see.
The cloth around the waist is the standard ones.
Yeah.
But if I bring this guy up, come on, zoom in.
Do it. Zoom. There you go. Okay, so it's more of a quilted design.
Yeah, and I know how I'm gonna paint them. It's just
Yeah.
getting them done like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Because again, since these are all stuck together.
I'm on the last coat of yellow, I believe. This is now coming on quite nicely.
For the best.
Making a mess of the base, like, but that's fine.
You can always go over the base.
Yeah. Buttery
In fact, I've
biscuit
got
base.
nice. In fact, the amount of models that I have, which have horrible, messy, splatty bases.
Mm. Yeah, I'm just basically dabbing it on at the minute, just getting the colour down, making sure that it's not like horribly streaky or there's no black showing through it.
Deep in the crevice.
Yes.
Something that I was actually thinking while playing through Doom before. Because I can just remember that we didn't actually get through all of our playthrough when we were in uni.
We didn't. Well, we were playing through the PlayStation 1 version, weren't we?
No, we weren't.
Were we
Well,
not?
technically we were on Xbox.
Oh, okay. Because I do have the
were-
PlayStation 1 version still.
We were playing through it on the Xbox, because I believe... It wasn't like the proper Xbox, it was the Xbox 360, I think.
Okay.
And because you had it on the arcade?
Aye, Xbox
I had
Live
it on the
Arcade.
arcade.
Do you remember that fucking thing? Where it wouldn't let you pay, just pay for a game. It was like, you need to buy so many fucking points, and then you'd be left with some left over, and
You've got to buy
such a
these
pain in the
points.
ass.
So now, I don't want to buy the points, I want to buy...
Just let me buy the exact amount of
The
points
game.
that I need. And it's like,
Give me
no,
the
you need to
game.
buy it in either 500 or 1,000. It's like, well, fuck you. I don't want to do that. I've probably still got like 90 odd points or something on there. Just sitting there.
It'll be some really weird number, like 36 or something.
Yeah.
You've got 36 points remaining on your account. Whose fault was that then?
Yeah.
You could have just let me buy the bloody game.
Well, they've learned now, but it took a while. They were stubborn and stuck with it for a little while, didn't they?
Back when that started was essentially the beginning of the whole digital download era. Such.
For consoles, sure, but I mean, Steam had been doing it for years before, but... Oh man, I remember getting Counter-Strike 1.6 on the, I think it was the original Xbox. I remember playing that. That's still one of my favourite versions of Counter-Strike. It was really good, the console version.
That was still in the Source engine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was in the original engine because it was Counter-Strike 1.6 basically, but just like ported really well to the Xbox. And then it sold you Office for like a few quid, and I think Aztec was also a DLC map. Or was it Inferno? Might have been Inferno. Can't remember. Basically, there were two maps, or was it Nuke? Anyway, two maps were DLC.
Aye, but then again, they also had things like Airfield.
Yeah.
And the one which was essentially McDonald's.
Yeah. It was a really nice time.
It was.
It was the version of CS that I enjoyed the most, I'd say. Even CS:GO. I mean, I played through CS:GO a lot, but I don't know. I found that the console version. I think the reason I liked it so much was because there wasn't so much like there wasn't so much cheating, and there wasn't so much you know, people who were just so good you could never beat them, sort of thing.
Thing was, there wasn't really a point at cheating on that particular version of it.
Yeah, true.
'Cause it was just, let's jump in, let's kick some, let's do this thing. It wasn't as massive a bloody tournament scene.
Yeah.
Because there really wasn't a tournament scene back then. Not with these esports. The majority of the time, I remember playing on those Counter Strikes and that.
Yeah.
Was I used to go to a shop in Newcastle called CGZ.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore, but essentially what it was a LAN, a giant LAN, where you had 3 rooms. 2 of them were essentially consoles, so everything from PlayStation, Xbox, even the Wii,
Yeah.
and the previous Nintendo consoles and things like that, like the GameCubes and that. And there was a big room with about 30 PCs in it.
Nice. We had something similar around us.
You would hand your little game card to the guy at the doorway, let you in. Then you would essentially just sit down at a PC with your buddies. They would come over every so often and go, "Do you want anything from the snack trolley?" Buy your shit on the snack trolley, and just play games all day.
That is, that sort of place doesn't so much exist anymore just because there's no need. People play games that aren't at home, but the people, the kids these days won't understand that back then you didn't have necessarily computers.
They were good enough for it.
Yeah.
You didn't have internet, to be honest.
Yeah.
A lot of people back then had like really, really shit dial-up.
Yeah, the only way to play a game online, play a game against your mates, was to hook up multiple computers or consoles together.
And not everybody actually had a PC back then.
Exactly.
A horror, I know. It's such a short period of time. Everybody is just sparkly. Everybody sparkles these days.
Yeah, well, everyone's got the boss computers. Broadband is a standard.
Not a luxury.
Yeah. A lot of people say that, like where I work in a place where you have to deal with, people who do have to make the decision. Do I pay for food or do I pay for my my rent? But the internet is never questioned. Do you know what I mean?
Because it is essentially the lifeline.
Yeah, it's a lot of people see that broadband as a human right these days, and to be without it is third world shit apparently. So yeah, there you go.
Because I can always remember, and I've managed to somehow just maintain, whether or not it's been through essentially living with my parents.
Yeah.
Thankfully, now that I've got now that I've had a job for good 5-6 years of my life.
Yeah.
Able to afford the fucking thing and maintain it, and now prices are actually relatively reasonable to keep it going. Which is another thing to take into account.
Mhm. But yeah,
just the simple cost of the stuff.
I think that sort of place is definitely dying off just because there's no need for it anymore. But arcades are springing up everywhere these days. They're interesting. Have you been in one of them before?
Are you talking about the gambling sort of?
Nope.
Arcade sort of?
No, I'm talking about like bars, where you go and get drinks, that have got arcade machines in them and consoles set up, so you can just have a drink and play some Tekken against your mates.
Nice.
they're springing up everywhere to sort of, you know, cash in on nostalgia. But they've actually gotten quite popular with the younger crowd, because obviously 80s nostalgia is in right now, isn't it?
Oh yeah, everybody loves a little bit of the past now.
Yeah. Snooglyphin says gaming venues are still really popular in East Asia, in venues where people can play CS and League of Legends. I suppose that might be because space is a premium, especially in places like Korea and Japan, where they cram so many people together. You might not want a big gaming computer in your very small flat.
I think it might be more for a case that they just have so much more enthusiasm in playing games.
Maybe, yeah.
Whereas we take a lot of our gameplay as a relaxant. Essentially, we come back home from shit jobs and things like that, and we just want to kick back, shoot some dudes. They take it more like we would say take football, or any other sort of sport thing. They take it like that kind of hobby.
I guess, yeah. That could also be a factor. The more likely thing is it's probably a combination of things.
It explains like the major reason why so many like top tier, amazingly top tier game players, all come from the sort of like the Asian region.
Yeah.
They essentially have the training facilities to do it.
Yeah. It's I'd love them to exist, but the thing is, I probably wouldn't use them, which is probably why they don't exist. Yeah.
Because most people are inherently sort of just tired and lazy, and all they want to do is just sit down in a place they're comfortable with.
Yeah. I just want to sit here on my arse whilst videos render. Put Civ 6 now it is, isn't it? The newest one. Put Civ 6 on, or Elite Dangerous, and just mindlessly do stuff. I did make the mistake to put Civ 6 on this week. It was...
You were telling me about your 3 AM escapades.
Yeah. D&D finished nice and early, so I decided I'd stick a game on.
I've got some time to burn.
Yeah. So got home, it was like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I thought, yeah, this is a bit early for me. I'll just whack a game on. Put Civ on, and then looked at the clock, and you know that meme where it says, where they just got that girl just whispering, "Oh no, I fucked up." Yeah, I looked at the clock and it was fucking 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, oh no. And I had me stream the day after, so I was like, yeah, I need to get to bed.
Excuse me while I pass out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really fun stream this week. This weekend, I played Dark Cloud, which is one of my favourite games of all time. It's fucking great. And if someone's not played it before, find yourself a copy and play it. It's amazing. It's one of the best games that got released for the PS2, and it was one of the first games to get released for the PS2 because I think it was part of the original lineup.
That's one of the things. That is the biggest issue, I think.
Why?
Finding yourself a copy.
I don't think they're that rare, to be honest. Games that get games in original lineups usually aren't, because it's the only games they have for the system, so they print shitloads of them. Oh crap! I've just realised that the Mr. Beer Jesus his name's a bit too big for the for that there, so I just need to move these around a bit. Fixing that for you. Sorry, Mr. Beer Jesus.
Just as long as it didn't turn into something particularly fruity when it got shortened.
No, I think it was the beard. The beard.
The beard Khalifa.
Which is pretty cool now. Okay. There you go. So far so good there.
We had a reasonable little jaunt on Deep Rock Galactic the other night.
We did. That was yesterday, I believe.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
So nice, tasty dwarven mining just to end the day and like, chill out.
Yeah. I love a bit of Deep Rock Galactic. To be honest, I just really, I think co-op games are the way I'm going, if you know what I mean, with my, it's just my preference when I'm playing a multiplayer game. I much prefer that sort of thing. More like competitive. Competitive is for the most part, it's behind me now. I'm not that arsed about playing competitive shooters, just because I haven't got the time to dedicate to them anymore. I can't be arsed. Right, I'm just trying to decide what colour I want my plasma to be, and I really don't have that many options. I'm probably going to have to make it blue.
The colour that I generally use for most of my plasmas has been blue.
Yeah.
And it starts off with a deep blue.
I've got Dark Reaper.
That's generally what I start with.
Yeah.
So it always starts off with that. Then this is what happens, Mr. Dave.
Mm-hmm.
I go over it with a blue wash. Or just a black wash, so null oil might work if you don't have a blue wash.
Yeah, got null oil.
Then I give it a dry brush of a lighter blue. So the blue that I use to dry brush to start off with is Thunderhawk.
I've got Macridge blue.
That can work because it's a brighter contrast to the Dark Reaper. And then after that, on where it curves over on the edges of the plasma,
yeah,
I usually go over with another fine dry brush of an even lighter blue. So for yours, it'll be your Frisian, yes.
Okay.
And then on the sides and the top, it may work a little better with yours just to keep highlighting the highlighted areas, so the two rounded edges. Put a fine sort of dry of like either a light white or a wraithbone or something to sort of give a bit more shine.
Okay.
Oh, where is it?
Let's have a little look at this thing.
See if I can get it up
in
the camera proper.
I see what you're saying, yeah.
Just sort of give the gun itself what looks like a glow on the coils.
Okay. I just need to clean the brush because I started using Macridge and I was like, oh, come on. Wrong colour straight off the bat, that's not a good start.
So good. So good.
It's all good.
What am I doing now?
What are you doing now?
So many different like little straps and tricky bits on these. The actual ballista itself is going to be fine because all I really need to do is go over certain bits of the silver and the gold again. And it should be sorted, but it's the...
I haven't used Dark Reaper in a while, so I've had to give it a proper shake. There you go.
The spotters and the the actual crew. They've got straps and belts and things like that that I need to work around with all the details.
Right, let's see how this goes.
And unlike the other Stormcast that I've painted so far, these ones are straight up, they were straight up unpainted. The other ones had at least the base gold and a wash on.
Yeah.
So I was essentially touching them up. Ooh-weh, ooh-weh, ooh-weh. So these ones are they are gonna have a slight difference to their appearance, but that's only because I'm working on fresh muffles.
Right, that's the bottom layer of the blue done. So wait for that to dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the metal on there next. This model's coming along quite nice actually. How long have we been doing this? Christy. Only an hour, and I would say more than halfway done here.
Only an hour? Oh Christ, it is over here. Jesus, where did that disappear to?
I don't know. Ooh. There we go.
I, on the other hand, I'm not as far.
I'm just getting into the swing of painting Space Marines again, really. Because before 2 weeks ago, was it 3 weeks ago?
Jetty Xenos.
Yeah. Before then, I hadn't painted any Space Marines since like uni, I think. Don't think this now. How do we do this? Let's dry the brush off a little bit. Like that.
I do like the look of these models.
Oh, to be honest, I'll be interested to see them once there's a bit more definition's gone on and you've done a couple more colours and stuff. Because it's sort of difficult to tell what they're going to look like when they're...
when it's just one base of the group.
Yeah. Especially gold, it's very difficult to tell details out when something's gold.
One big thing that I did notice about these guys is that with their arms, they're not fully armoured. Essentially what they've got is they've got the big chest plate, the leg pieces, and the shoulder pads, but they've just got a pair of gloves on, so there's like manly muscles on the shoulder as well. Muscles, manly muscles. So I'm gonna have to get in there and paint a lot of skin as well.
Yeah. Not ideal.
I didn't realise it until I sort of started. I'm hoping it's gonna look quite good.
Yeah, if you get it spot on, that'll look boss.
Here's open.
Indeed. I need to somehow manage to get...
I'm gonna find another guy because I want to try and keep things together, so I need to find what one person's sword scabbard is painted like.
Stop it, please. Looks just having a little scratch on the floor and he's just tapping on the floor with his leg. I've got a different camera angle for today.
Death from above.
Yeah.
Right,
Some
actually,
tunate's just coming out now.
I am gonna focus on one guy for now.
Gonna get something finished for the stream.
Oh yeah. So now let's get some red done.
Bit of Hell March just came on.
Stuff I follow my favourite pieces of music for games.
Yeah, man. Do enjoy
Now is it
it.
the original Hell March or the
It's the one from Red Alert 3.
Oh, the updated one.
Mm-hmm.
Better than that.
Okay. More lead belcher. It's my leaky lead belcher, which leaks all over me when I try and use it. Oh. Doesn't tell us it's done.
Should just give me a go shake.
Okay. There we go. A little bit of a blob there.
Just taking notice
Alright.
of myself from the difference in the way that I speak
Yeah.
from Rich's do stream
Yeah.
to what I'm doing now, and it's like a gear shift, a complete reduction, and just
Well,
everything.
You've gone from like full salt to like zen, which is not a bad thing. Just get some light here so I can just see what I'm doing. Ooh. And the face makes a bit better.
Oh, have you?
Okay. I can see now. Actually did a decent job there. I don't think I need to paint anything else there. Sweet!
Still gonna be a bit of touch up on this. I'm going over the edges.
Okay, that's the silver and the backpack there. Paint a little skull. Little skull. Yes. Now we move on to backs of the legs. Okay. This is a controversial choice actually for video game related music. The Crisis Core theme tune, yeah, OST.
I think Crisis Core was really decent.
I suppose it wasn't the original, and that's what everyone hates about it. And neither was the remake, which is why it's controversial.
Because everyone's like, oh, this was supposed to be this, really? And then you're like, stop. Stop right there.
Stop expecting Square Enix to do anything normal. They announce games years ahead of time just to annoy you. They subvert your expectations in video games just to amuse themselves.
But mostly just to annoy you.
Yeah. They do not want to make products that make you happy. They want to challenge you.
They want to write a story and have you try and understand that story. But only after the third installment has been released will they give you the start of the story.
Yeah. And only then, even after, like, you'd have to read, like, several hours of wiki articles.
Of people's fan theories on what the first two bloody stories were supposed to be. Sorry about that.
This isn't going on very well, this paint.
Isn't fighting you, Dave.
I don't know if it's drying or it's just the paint's a bit old now and it's just becoming a pain to use. Might need some new lead belcher.
I was going to say we have been running for. This be number 30 now?
31, this.
31.
31.
And if you can think of that as 30 weeks of almost continuous use.
Yeah.
The lead belch has held up pretty good until now.
Yeah.
Had a good run.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think I've been through about like 3 pots of the bloody stuff.
Well, since we started doing this.
Yeah, but then again, I have been painting things off camera as well as.
And you've got your own painting stream. 5 Hour Badger, everyone. If you're not following him, give him a follow. He does art streams as well, don't you?
I do art streams.
You know what you're painting this? Did you see yesterday's poll?
I've seen yesterday's poll.
Are you going to do Lara Croft on the toilet?
It's not going to be Lara Croft on the toilet, Dave.
Is it going to be Lara Croft in the toilet?
It's going to be Lara Croft as the toilet, Dave. That's what they want, Dave.
Yes. Is Shrek going to be on the toilet?
Probably.
Yes.
Because this is just...
This is what the people want. And the people are scumbags and we love it.
I'm a respectable badger.
No longer.
Honest girl, I am a respectable badger.
Badger is the internet's #1 Shrek hentai artist.
But I have yet to draw tentacles. I'm sure that time will come.
I was going to say that the time... We have all the time in the world, Badger. The possibilities are endless. Okay, I think that's all new lead belcher. I think.
That is both a blessing and a curse, though.
Yeah.
Not the lead belcher thing, but the possibilities being endless.
Wahahaha.
Oh, lordy.
Right. I think that's all the lead belcher done. Oh!
He wasn't glued to his base, so I can get in.
Oh, nice. Get in underneath.
And actually paint the inside of his cloak properly so it doesn't look stupid.
Let's follow Badger's instruction manual. Get a bit of null oil on there.
All you need to do is fill in the grooves.
Yeah. Having a bit of a groovy paint. Okay, there you go. Then whilst that decides it wants to dry, we can do some tidying up. Right, let's tidy up the Uriel. Not the Uriel. Oh, Avalon. I have made a couple of splodges that I didn't mean to.
Almost, Dave. You almost.
Yeah, nearly.
Alleged.
It was a close run thing.
It's like, let's tidy up this Uriel yellow. And then you just start painting and be like, why is that a different colour? And you'd be like, ah, dicks.
Yeah. That's exactly what it would have been like.
And you'd have to tidy up with another tidy up. Just gonna see this flappy bit of cloth. Just want it a bit done.
Nice, okay. A little bit of red got on the backpack there, don't want that. Get rid of that.
It's been really quite strange this week when it comes to work.
Alright.
Because everything has been quiet-ish.
Yeah.
As in we've been getting a lot less in the way of samples and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes us believe that a lot of the places that we've done the work for has had track and trace pings.
Yeah.
And thus haven't really been able to get anything out to us.
Well, that's a blessing in disguise. They'll probably double the stuff sent over once they get back and running.
Double down.
Yeah.
I fully expect.
Yeah. Our place has been massively busy because we've had 2 people off this last week. Not COVID related. Nothing to do with that.
Holidays?
One has a holiday, the other one has got something else going on. I believe it is Stumar related.
Proceeds.
So yeah, so it's been very busy for us. But you know, I prefer to be busy than just twiddling my thumbs, which is sometimes the case in my new job. It's like you've got a set like workload to do, and once you've done it, if you do it too efficiently, that's it.
You're just going to sit there and wait to the end of the day.
Pretty much, yeah.
Or potentially help out some other locations get ahead.
Well, like, we're not allowed to help any other teams because then the other teams will expect that help on an ongoing basis. So we've just got to do our own work and then call it there, if you know what I mean.
I do.
But it's I'm getting the hang of it now.
You're able to pace yourself more efficiently.
That's it. Whereas in my old job it was a case of there's never nothing to do, so you've got to get everything done as soon as you possibly can.
Yes, it does turn from one case of efficiency into essentially just celebrity.
Yeah. Okay, got a bit of Abaddon Black. Let's get that there. A little bit of water on there.
I forgot about that.
What's
Thank
up?
you for reminding me, Dave. I need to use a bit of Abaddon Black.
Well, there you go. Always here.
So what I'll do is once I've got the flesh painted in his manly muscles.
Muscles.
Yes, yes, I feel myself getting strong. Hoop the muscles.
Okay, I'm just trying to tidy all the black bits up now, without painting over anything yellow, which would be an absolute disaster. Because it'd probably take me another 10-20 minutes just to get it sorted.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay, so it's done like that. While I'm waiting for that to dry, I can paint the gloves black.
That's the other bit I need to do, blacken it. Belt. Completely forgot about that.
I was about to say, you've got your shoulder pad edgings as red, don't you?
Yeah. Wouldn't be Imperial Fists if it didn't.
Some of them have black.
No.
It's almost along the same lines of the Ultramarines have got different coloured shoulder edgings for the companies.
The only acceptable shoulder pad colour for Ultramarines is yellow. The only acceptable shoulder pad colouring for Imperial Fist is red. I'm not having any of this gold business for Ultramarines. That's not on. I'm not having it.
But it's just metallic yellow, Dave.
I don't care. It's got to be yellow.
Well, that's how I painted the Ultramarines for this lad's commission.
And that's the correct way of doing it.
We will have yellow shoulder edging.
Yeah. Anything else is heresy.
And it's a really, really weird... I mean, I know it's like the bog standard that they're supposed to have, but it's a really, really weird look. Because you sit there and you look at it and you're like, that just doesn't seem right for some reason.
Space Smurfs, yeah.
And then you're like, but it's so nostalgic.
Yeah. That's the way it is. That is the colour of the Ultramarines. Blue and yellow. Done. Right, I need to somehow get that to paint. There you go. This belt is in a really awkward place. It's very difficult to paint without painting everything else.
I was going to make a very, very smart ass comment there, Dave.
Were you?
Yeah. When you
Go
said,
on.
how am I going to get that to paint? And I was going to say, well,
Paint it.
put the paint on the brush, and then you dab it on the thing. Just instantly my screen disappears off the Paint Club channel. Fucking badger!
Banned.
Just a big fucking family fortunes.
I couldn't do Paint Club without you, pal.
It would just be a very, very quiet place.
Oh! I don't know if you heard that, but we back just clicked badly.
It didn't click badly, Dave. It clicked correctly.
It clicked good.
It clicked so good.
Oh, actually that feels a lot better now. It's nice. Right, where am I up to? Right, that's now dry, I hope. Yep. So now I'm going to do... The Dark Reaper's been done with. Let's get the Macridge Blue. Actually, I might do the... yeah. Let's do the Agrax Surf Shade. Just give everything a little bit of a wash on there.
Get all of your shades down and then do your next stage.
Yeah.
Which is essentially what I'm doing right now.
That's it. Crevices getting filled with the Avalanche.
Whoa.
Not the Avalanche, the Eggworks. Put those down crevices, yo.
Goes deep, deep inside. And like I did miss a bit, but it's not a terrible bit to miss.
I need to get some lead belch on there. Make sure I don't forget the bolt gun metal on there. I've got a puddle of Agrex, nice. Okay, so we got liquid talent going down.
The only way to go.
I just need to make sure all of that is filled in. Nice, okay. And that's that done. Now I can start doing the Macrich Blue. I just actually wait until Grex is dry.
This is the thing.
Ah.
Just make sure all of your stuff is... all your washers are down.
Still looks yourself. I'm just gonna blow on this for a little while.
The amount of times I sit down and get that done, look back at it and be like, nope, not today.
Just taking the excess off because I can't be elsewhere. Right. Oh, that's not the colour I want. That's not the brush I want to do. There we go.
Might as well do the wash on the big old catapult. While I'm waiting for this dude to dry out himself.
I will gotta get that done nicely.
I think there is one annoyance that I have with some of these models.
Go on, what's your annoyance?
The annoyance is that some of the models come as gold plastic.
Okay.
So spraying them gold
A bit difficult to tell what coverage you've got.
is risky.
Yeah.
But luckily I went over them like a good couple of times. And I think the only bits that aren't really, sprayed are on the underside where I don't necessarily need to have a lot of paint or detail.
Yeah.
But it's still annoying. She's sitting there going, which bits are gold, which bits aren't? And I can usually tell that at least the majority of the model is sprayed in gold because the entire base is sprayed gold. So it's all there, There has been spray paint across the model. How much of it is in the places I want it to be? Coin flip.
Another matter entirely. Okay, that is the Macridge blue put on. Ha! Okay. Ow. Okay, so this model is pretty much there now.
He's getting there.
He's getting there. A couple of bits that are missing. Let's do some gold. Get the old Balthazar out.
I think I need to start working on some of the touch-ups. But I'll actually do metal work first.
This one's got like a sort of nameplate on its shoulder pad. Paint that. Right, give it a little shiny bit of gold, like even more gold in a bit once it's dried. There we go. Ho-ho! We're doing right. We're doing alright. Just need to get some of the yellow tidied up again. 'Cause I put a bit too much Avaland on in some places. Too much wash on in some places. And I wasn't 100% accurate with the eyes either.
Is the wash still wet?
No. I think so. I think not even.
Shame, because you could have potentially tried dabbing a bit of it off.
That's alright, it's fine. I got this. Right.
I just realised something about this model.
What have you realised about the model?
On his face mask, he's got a strap on the back of it.
And you haven't painted it?
No, it's not that. Well, yes, that's well, but it looks as though it might have been a case that it could have been a bald head on the back of the hell. Well, on the back of the head. No,
there's no limit.
There is indeed no limit.
No limit.
There's no limit to Richard Skies. No valley too deep. No mountain too high. I knew where you were going.
Yeah, you did. Alright, that is getting closer and closer. Now I need to figure out how I'm going to do this plasma. So I've got the ridges a slightly higher, better shade of blue. Now I just need to sort of highlight the edges, I guess. The ridges on the edges.
The curves. Highlight the curves.
So where is it? Elysium.
Very, very gently dry brush those.
Oh, there's a husky.
Barf.
Barf, barf. Okay. Hello. You okay? Okay. Get that nice and dry. Okay, that's not too bad actually. And I might try and do it on the edges as well.
Kind of been a bit quiet, but how goes other people's tasks in main chat?
Oh yeah, how's Snoodglyphin getting on? He's been doing some boys along with us. Some of his new squiggy boys. How he's getting on? Do let us know, sir.
Your super shotgun is nearby. A relic from your past. The priests have kept it hidden from you in this remote location.
Oh yeah. I really need it to be. There you go.
Really need like a vortex or something.
Okay, I think I've got the plasma, but probably as good as I'm gonna get it at the moment, given the fact I don't have a proper dry brush.
You do? Oh wait, you still get yet to pick them up from.
Yeah, I'll probably get them off Snoodglyphin when I meet him for D&D. Right, so I'm going to bring it up to the camera for you. Right, so let's move the light there so it's sort of behind the camera. There you go.
Let's have an eyeball at this for you then.
It won't be that impressive, but it's going to be okay. So I'm going to just focus the camera in as far as it can go.
Yeah, that's looking decent.
Yeah, so I've tried to do
a little along the bottom of it and a little along the rounded edges. Yeah, that's looking good, that is.
And then on the other side it's pretty much the same.
That is looking good.
Yeah, so that boy there is pretty much there. One of his eyes is a little bit messy. Yeah. It's not the worst. Not the worst model in the world. There's a little bit of yellow that needs to go on there, I think, just to make it look a little bit less muddy. The knee pads need to be re-yellowed. And then I just need to wait until I've got the dry brush and then I can use some real yellow. And get it real nice.
get it looking real fancy.
Yeah. Oh, Snooglyphin says, going pretty well. The squigs are done, painting the riders now. Nice.
For this sandwich, a jizz of mayonnaise is required.
Thank you for that, Chef.
Mayonnaise.
That mayonnaise sandwich. We always need a jizz of mayonnaise in our sandwiches. Right, there you go. Okay. There you go. Table ready.
Nice. It's only taking you an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm getting faster with them. Every single model is getting a little bit quicker.
You're finding your method. Dave. Finding your
Yeah.
method.
Just posing for the YouTube thumbnails. It's like, please YouTube, choose the right screen. It did a really bad job of the second episode. Like, first episode, Dark Cloud, it did the best thing ever. It's just a giant sort of purple happy face, which is the genie's face, just going, "I'm gonna kill you all." And then the second one is just like a menu screen or like the break screen, which is weird. Right, so that guy can go over here. I think we need to pull out another one, don't we?
Well, you will do, because you still got an hour, and I'm barely through one bloody dude, as always.
Aye.
Why, sad? I say why science, but I know fully well why. It's because I do all of the things.
Okay, so I've got a standard bolter fella. Just going to pull out one of my brushes and just give it a dust. Because it's been on a desk for like 2-3 years before I started to paint them, so
Been a desk for a century.
yeah. Should have kept them in boxes on sprues like I did the Imperial Guard. There you go. Boom. Right, next. Should I change brushes? I'll go with this one. Gel. Bit of a racket going on behind us. But that's fine, the dog's enjoying himself.
Wondered what was going on, because all I heard was like this, and then it cut off.
He likes it when we mimic him with his howls.
He was like, "Hey, you're talking to me."
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, well, hello there, human. Human
Also,
friend. Yeah. And then we throw him something, and then he goes and destroys it for a bit. Like, if we get him a new toy, it's pretty much destroyed after the first hour or two. A well-made toy might last a day, but he will destroy it.
He will bring only destruction.
Yeah. The other dogs are fine. Well, Bear particularly, he just chews everything.
Well, he's a dog full of the energies.
Yeah, and I think he's a bit nervous as well. Doesn't like it when we leave the house.
Anxious indeed.
Yeah. The other two are just, they're not ass, they just go for a nap. But he'll sit there and stress chew the whole time. I think it helps that we got him during COVID, so that like he's only ever known as being in the house. But when we do leave the house, he doesn't know what to do.
Just panics.
Yeah, he doesn't understand. It's like, oh my god, they're never coming back.
You were away for ages, forever. I know, I counted.
Yeah, whenever I come back from D&D, he just goes ballistic. Oi! What are you biting yourself? Just telling the dog off. I think he needs a bath. That's a good one.
Oh. Which one, though?
Luke,
Hose him down.
the wizard. That's a good one. Little bath at some point this week. It's been a couple of weeks, I think. A few weeks.
Sweet shampoo.
Dark shampoo. He knows when I look backwards. He's like, oh, I'm innocent, I'm not doing anything.
Like, you totally didn't catch me chewing my ass off. Can't prove a damn thing.
Okay.
You just show him the video recording of him chewing his ass off. Still can't prove a damn thing, that's not me. Can't be. They don't look that ugly. Where's all the fur?
He's up and chewed it off. Go! These boys are getting yelled. One by one, they're getting more and more yellow.
Well, if you think of it this way, you've got a sergeant, a normal dude, your melter gun, your plasma dude. If you actually manage to get the second normal dude sorted, you essentially have a full squad.
Well, a very small full squad.
A tactical unit, 5.
Yeah. What can technically be classed as a tactical squad. But only technically. I don't like to field under strength units. Just because, you know, the second someone goes down, you're fucked. Although not with Ultramarines, because they know no fear, obviously. And they cannot fail morale checks.
Yeah, the Space Marines in general, it's a lot. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
essentially.
Got some random what's it? Devil May Cry, Junior John. Which is a weird mix of like industrial and like speed metal.
Weird techno industrial.
And it's not really techno. It's not really industrial metal. It is that mix of actual techno and metal. Kind of weird. I kind of dig it.
Really?
It's not quite on Turmion Katilot level, but it's good. Oh man, imagine if Turmion Katilot did a video game soundtrack. That would be insane. What game do you reckon they could do the best soundtrack to? Like what? Even if it's just a genre of game.
Racing.
Huh?
Racing games.
A racing game? Maybe, yeah.
In a good sort of like
a destruction derby type.
Rally style or destruction derby style type game. You could get away with it very, very happily.
Nice.
Oops.
I wonder if we'll ever see another Twisted Metal game.
No, I don't think we'll have that. They did try to make another one. Like, but that one kind of ended up a bit of a floppy joyride.
I mean, the one on the PS3 was pretty good, man. That was supposed to be a reboot, wasn't it? I don't know if it sold that well, but it was fun. You know, I enjoyed it.
It was supposed to be a reboot, and I think that's why it's turned out to be more of a what would probably be the last of the attempts for Twisted Metal, at least.
For now, anyway. I don't know. I still really enjoy that game. Twisted Metal Black was bloody good.
Still be an enjoyable game, just like the Vigilante 8 series.
Vigilante 8, man. Oh, I remember having...
Not cheesy as fuck.
I remember having Vigilante 8 on a demo disc back in the PlayStation 1 days. Oh, that was fun. But yeah, it's... I think it's a shame. I have got the offline version of Twisted Metal Black, which is apparently rarer to find than the online version. So at some point I might play through that. Play through the janky ass campaign of that. That'll be fun.
Be a one to put on your fun list.
Yeah. Got me. I've got 2 controllers as well. So if Phil, if you want to come round and we'll play some Twisted Metal Black on split screen. Oh man. Stop sitting on the cable. There we go.
Is that you or the dog?
Must be. Stretching. And also, yeah, I mean, the cable's sort of stuck in between me and the chair. Oh man. God, my moves are making this guy look really weird. And there we go. Flipped up again. Sat on it. That's fine. Let's see if I can get some funny faces out of this. Hello!
Has he got like a Mickey Mouse size set of ears?
Oh, that's what he looks like normally. It's like no, it's just eyes in the mouth.
Just like South Park Canadian.
Yeah.
Or a Muppet.
Oh, cheers. How did you get on there? My brush is fluffy. Okay. The splatter. Splat, splat, splat.
You're gonna have to do a bit of
Get the leg painted.
tickle on some of these. Essentially all I have left to do on the catapult, or the bolt thrower,
Alright.
is paint some handles, do a little bit of black touch up, and it should be good.
Excellent.
And then I've got to finish painting the dudes.
Okay. Yeah, once payday rolls around, I'm going to be on the lookout for a GameCube.
A GameCube?
Yes. I would like a GameCube with the Game Boy adapter, so that I can stream some Pokemon. And the other games that are on the GameCube, which are very good. I've never actually owned a GameCube. I've only ever played like remakes.
The thing is, what you'll probably be able to pick up a GameCube pretty easily.
Yeah.
But getting hold of the games you're after, that's because they had the smaller disc format.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to be looking and being like, oh shit, this is expensive.
Maybe. I mean, I've already got the Pokemon games, so I just don't have like it's like, is there a Pokemon Stadium game on the GameCube, or is that's 64, isn't it?
I think there might have been one. I think there also might have been a Pokemon Snap.
Yeah. The original Pokemon Snap would be fun to pick up as well.
I think the original Pokemon Snap was 64.
Oh, okay.
And that one, if I'm right, that one goes for fucking gold dust.
Right. There's a lot of Nintendo fans out there that will pay out the nose for stuff. I mean, you know, I don't mind emulating, but if I can get the original hardware, I would much rather do that.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you can get the original stuff, then that's the best. If you can't, well, there are options available.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be on the lookout anyway, because Pokemon's always fun. I don't know, playing Sword and Shield has just given me the urge to play the originals. You know, red and blue and silver and gold.
Just go back to play those ones.
Those
Send me
are...
back on that nostalgia trip.
Yeah.
And it was a simpler time than the last Pokemon.
They were the best. They were the best Pokemon games. Because you could conceivably catch almost all of them, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could almost catch them all.
Have to have a few of them where you needed trades. And not just to get the Pokemon on the opposite colour, but things like Golem.
Yeah.
Which needed to be traded before it evolved.
My camera's going a bit squicky.
And I think Haunter into Gengar, you had to trade him.
Yeah, and Alakazam as well was another one. You had to trade Kadabra to get the Alakazam. Yeah, I'd have to figure out how to link trade, but I could trade between myself because I've got a Game Boy Advance SP lying around somewhere.
Yeah, you would really need the link cable.
Yeah, I'm sure that's, you know, you can pick a third party one of them up for dirt cheap.
Most certainly, good sir.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've not painted this guy's head yet, but I'm putting like the second coat of paint on everything else for some reason, even though I've not currently done the first coat. Let's get your helmet painted, mate. Paint his helmet. Oh, we love that. We love his painted helmet.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad you could turn up for the Dark Cloud thing, because I did threaten that I would do an RPG and do all the voices. I've done it now, so that's good.
So I still need to watch the second VOD.
Oh yeah, to be fair, you can put that in the background and just chill with it.
That is essentially the plan.
Yeah.
Got my phone on charge, I'll continue watching.
It was a lot less. It was a lot shorter than the episode on Saturday, because Saturday went on for like 5 hours.
Yeah, with those kind of games though, it is very, very easy to get, especially one that you love so much.
Yeah,
it's
and
very easy.
It is
super
just so
distracting
easy.
fighters.
So easy to just do one more run off the dungeon, and just like, even yesterday, I was tempted to go on more, but I thought, I can't do 2 5-hour streams in a row. That would just be ridiculous.
Unless you'd set up for them, essentially.
Yeah.
Go out your way, make sure that you had all your snacks. all the snacks.
Oh man, I'm low on snacks at the minute. I need payday to come around so I can afford to buy snacks again. And beer. I haven't drank beer in hadn't had any alcohol in about 3-4 weeks now, I think.
Well, not any great quantity.
No, none at all. Like, it's like I don't buy alcohol if I can't buy enough to have lots, you know what I mean? Because what's the point? If you're not going to drink to excess, why bother drinking at all? It's not a very healthy way to be, but that's just the way I think about it.
In a way, it saves you a lot, because if you can't afford it, obviously you're not going to sit there and buy a cheeky bottle of vodka every now and then and just neck that. Get unhealthily shit-faced once a day.
Yeah. And I'd rather, if I can't afford to buy enough acceptable alcohol, I'm not going to bother.
Just got to make sure you don't pour yourself any more Dave measures.
So I'm drinking squash, so the worst thing that's going to happen is I'm going to pull a weird face.
Dave measure of concentrated orange juice.
Yeah, it's a pipette of water on top of double strength squash. Just take basically a shot of squash. Alright, so the legs are pretty good. I've not even painted the arm here. What's wrong with me? I'm missing all sorts today.
So shocked about your efficiency, Dave.
Yeah, clearly. Clearly my brain just can't handle the efficiency that's going on right now.
Excellent. I have a good feeling on this one.
Right. You can obviously tell which bits I've only given one coat of paint to and which ones I've done like 2 or 3. Stark contrast though. That arm compared to the shoulder pad once it was in there. So yeah, that's the difference between 1 and 2 coats of paint.
I'm not happy with myself.
What's going on? What have you done?
I have completely forgotten a section of the padding.
Oh no.
So
Gonna
I'm
get
going to have to
get your paint out again.
very, very carefully work it, because and I'm not happy because it's essentially staring me right in the bloody face.
Hate it when that happens.
Because it's on the front of him. Right fucking in the middle of his chest, pretty much.
Oh.
Oh, why?
Ah,
Gonna have to get myself out my more
we have a laugh.
detailed brush.
Oh man. We have a laugh here.
Always at each other's expenses.
Oh yeah, of course. Otherwise, what's the point? What is the point in mirth if it is not at the expense of someone else? Yes, Dr. Schadenfreude.
Well, it means that the next time I paint this... Because there is a second one of these, so I will be painting this particular model again.
Yeah, it's just gonna be a thing, isn't it?
I'll sit down and...
It's like my Imperial Yellow incident. I'll never do it again.
But you did it in the first place. You're like, punch yourself because of it now.
Yeah. You tell yourself off so much that you'll never do it again.
And you almost instantly do it again.
I nearly did it again today. Nearly. It was close. Really wish I hadn't stuck these together. It was so much easier just to get into the crevices if I hadn't.
Well,
Because
just
there wouldn't be any
the way it
crevices.
is. It's just the way it is.
That's just the way it is.
Just a bit itchy ear holes.
I know. Alright. Got me this sexy bolter. There's a few bits that need another bit of coating. And that's the yellow done. And move on to red. June. This is some sick ass guitar work, this. Like, it's all effects. It's probably really easy to play. It's just all different effects pedals.
Some guy just went wild on the synthesizer.
It's probably like doing one note every like few seconds and then just putting a load of reverb on and repeat. That's some finger tapping going on there. That's some fucking sick work. I have to say, this is a lot better than the classical. It's a lot more me anyway.
Oh yeah. Oh, show. Dog.
Yeah. If you prefer the classical music over this, do let us know. You can always go back, pop it in the comments or wherever you are. Send me a carrier pigeon.
Time to get a bit of that brush sorted. This is going to be because I'm going to try and do the metal work. Still too much on that?
Yeah, we're done. Right, clean the brush. Switch brushes to a smaller one and switch to red. That's the plan. Right, smaller brush. Where are we? You will do. Don't do too small, I need to get a bit of work done here. Move a bit faster. The fist in red! My fist in red.
Oh no. The first date went wrong.
Oh, my fist in red. Okay. A lot of paint on that. I'm going to have to dab it up a bit. A lot of sirens going off on this side.
Right, so do need to just do I have any paint left on this brush?
Christ on a bike. Does make it slightly harder to paint when you're headbanging along to the music.
Yeah, I can
Even
see
just
that.
slightly nodding.
As everything starts wobbling, and you're like, do I keep going?
Yeah.
Okay, one last thing to paint, and that is at least the first guy done.
Not tidy work at all, this. I'm really not happy with
The edge of the shoulders.
It's all over the fucking place, that is. You have to tidy the hell out of that. I've got a couple of purity seals to do on this character as well, so there's a bit more red to go on there.
Got that strap painted.
Oh, this is bad, man. This is bad. You know when like a 12-year-old girl like takes a mum's makeup bag and tries to do lipstick for the first time. That's what this looks like.
Having never really, well, in fact, not having had sisters or close sort of like female relatives other than me mum, I don't really know, but I can kind of guess.
Yeah, and you can imagine. It's all over the fucking place.
Is your Imperial Fist looking more like the Joker?
A little bit. This shoulder pad. Well, both shoulder pads are going to need a heavy tidy. Because this is ridiculous.
And the last thing that I need to do is put the white on.
Okay. Do you want to see the really messy red before I start tidying it?
You already know at least what it's like.
Yeah, just need to clear this brush off. Don't want it to go too dry. There we go. Are you ready to witness the shitness?
Let's go. Bit of a shaky jig there on that there, Mr. Dave.
That shit, I mean, my hand is pretty shaky at the moment. But yeah, that's awful. That's some whack fucking work there.
E for effort.
Oh, so glad that not many people are here to do that. That's what Phil Jones in isolate. Judging you.
He saw it. He clipped it.
No.
Gonna create a 10 by 10 poster of it.
No. The shame. The shame is too much. Okay. Next is silver. As Geralt would say, how about some silver?
Have him just paying off mooks or stabbing critters?
Stabbing critters. Geralt of Rivia doesn't pay people off. He gets paid.
Gets laid.
He does, he gets paid and laid. Sometimes at the same time.
Oh, I found something I should have painted.
Oh no.
But that just means that I'm working off a bit more time. Because I'm never going to get this second guy done, not with it by like 15 minutes.
You never know, mate. You never know.
I have not developed the ability to stop time just yet.
I mean, if you want, we can run over. I don't mind that. It's up to you, mate. If you'd rather get more painting done and stick on for a little bit longer, I'm amenable. Although if you do want to go, I can understand because you've been streaming basically for
That's
6 hours now.
That's essentially what I'm getting at.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll stick to the schedule, good sir.
Okay. I understand totally. Streaming for that long, you do sometimes just go, ugh. Knackered.
Even if it is a large change of pace between the streams from like a rather vigorous one to
Yeah.
something like this, it still takes a big toll on you.
Plus, I doubt you've eaten as well.
I had a bowl of noodles before I did the Doom stream, but you were correct. Other than that, I haven't really eaten anything today.
Yeah, so you probably should get some of it in you. Being the diabetic gentleman that you are.
Yes. Well,
Okay, come on. Now that I'm like, I'd say more than halfway through getting this dude done, I am aiming to get 2 done now.
since you don't have to play around with any fiddly things,
Yeah.
well, other than the purity seals.
Yeah. Just trying to get this one as done as I can before the stream ends. And then, who knows, second low, I might get 2 models done in a stream.
The horror?
The horror. The actual horror. That's what Phil chimed in and it just says, I've done 7 models whilst you've been painting.
Well, if you think of it, if he actually gets all of his ball riders done, then yeah, it's kind of close. He's got all the squigs that he does, and then he's got the dudes on top.
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't wait to see all those squigs.
Yeah, I can't wait either. Once he's finished them, he's going to send us one hell of a picture, which we will have to promote on here at some point. We'll bring the picture up. It'll be legendary.
Bloody stunning stuff.
The teasers that we've gotten so far are pretty good. Right, a little bit more I think, so we can get the chest bits done, because this is the torso that's got the sort of cross off wiring, tubing, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be good to get that done as well. Just get rid of some of that excess. Messy work again. Don't know what the dog's doing. He's definitely breaking something. Nice. Doesn't look great. Oh, hate to have it fucking mouth. I'm making so many mistakes now. I hate this.
Trying to rush you through, bro.
Yeah, I'm trying to rush to get this model finished before the end of the stream, but it's just... I'm actually probably going to end up taking longer than I would if I was taking the time. Because I'm just correcting the mistakes that I'm making. It doesn't pay to rush.
Especially when you're painting.
Learn from my mistakes, internet. Learn from my mistakes. Fuck no, I'm not.
Just mistake
Shut
there.
down.
How do I can fix it? How do I fix it? All of the effort,
Fix it with fire!
none of the caution.
Okay. That's all the gold bits still, I think. What about, nope, just a little bit there. I just painted something that I didn't need to paint.
Well, good at Sir Dave.
Look at that boy there. Nice.
So rotate him round. I think I got the pattern done really nicely.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Well, that's spotter. And as much as it's not as spectacular, nice, simple
The ballista.
quarter barrel, the ballista, ready for all of that.
Nice. And
This is what they look like before I put any of the bloody details on them. So.
yeah. Yeah, so whereas me, I have gotten this plasma gun fella finished. Oh, I'll stop shaking if I can. This plasma gun there.
Spiffy.
And I got this guy sort of mostly done. I'd probably be okay putting him on a table like this, but I'd be embarrassed. So he needs tidying, he needs finishing, but he's getting there. He's getting there. So I think that's enough for today, don't you?
I've done plenty.
Excellent. Right.
Still a bit to go, but there's
Yeah.
always another day.
So let's move the camera back up. Whoop. And then let's get to the end of stream scheme. Mr. Badger, do you want to tell us about what your channel's all about and what you do?
Yes, I am the Badger, and my channel generally runs Tuesdays, Thursdays, 12 PM GMT on to 2. Tuesdays I run a drawing stream, which I've recently just started up, and all of my essential Twitch friends have decided to completely bombard me with unreasonable requests. But come and join me if you want to give me an unreasonable request. And on Thursdays I do more painting like this, paint stream, do my own stuff,
Yes.
as well as Warhammer. I do other box sets, so come join me for that. Once again, 12 PM GMT.
Yeah, that's Firepower Badger. Join him tomorrow, 12 PM in the midday, for more Shrekpon. I'm sure it's going to happen because you're getting bullied into it. On this channel, we do all sorts. We do this every Monday. We do on Wednesday. We do a multiplayer stream. Sometimes it's co-op, sometimes it's full-on multiplayer. On Saturdays and Sundays at 1 PM, we do our Let's Play game. Let's Play streams. At the moment, we are playing this game, Dark Cloud. one of my favourite PlayStation 2 games, which is that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? It's back to front. But yeah, you can follow us on all of the social media places over there. I've got a YouTube page. All of my videos go up on YouTube and Twitch, so however you prefer to consume your media, go that way. And we are going to raid into the wonderful Mr. Jono, who is playing Pokemon right now. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, I love you. Bye.
Toodles.